Hi, I'm Daniela, and this is Jocelyn. Thanks for coming back to our channel. In our experience, getting through the holidays with infertility can be really difficult. That is why we're going to share with you how to get through the holiday season with infertility.
This will be our third holiday season without our Christmas miracle. And since then, we've watched both my sisters get to be pregnant during Christmas, and we've watched our nephews get their first visit from Santa, along with so many of our other friends and family.
If you can relate to this, please let us know we're not alone and hit that like button.
And although it is so exciting to celebrate, it is extremely challenging to see others experiencing something that we've been fantasizing about for so long.
And that's why we want to share 5 tips that we found most helpful when navigating the holiday season.
The first and most important tip is take care of yourself.
Put your needs first.
The priority is focusing on yourself and your partner if you have one, and navigating through this difficult time of infertility. It's okay to reinvent old traditions or skip them if they just don't make sense for you right now.
Consider stepping up your self-care game during this time of the year. Remember to be kind to yourself and focus on the things you can control. Maybe treat yourself to something extra special to bring you some holiday cheer.
If you're like me, self-love doesn't come easy. That's okay. We've created a whole video dedicated to how to love yourself through infertility as well. So if you're interested, check the link above.
Sometimes there will be obligations you just can't get out of, and that's where tip number 2 comes in. Plan ahead for social engagements. It's completely acceptable to be selective about what parties and celebrations you plan to go to. Sometimes there may be like personal reminders of things that you just aren't ready to see or experience yet. As you fill your calendar, you can choose which events may be better to go to and better to skip.
Some ways for getting around feeling guilty for missing an event is intentionally planning to show up late or to leave early. So this way you're still attending the event at some capacity that you can handle.
Yeah, sometimes we'll say things like, okay, we're only going to go for an hour, but if we're having fun, we can stay. So we'll leave the window of opportunity open to enjoy ourselves and maybe let some of our baggage go. But if we're feeling like we can't commit, then we know we have an out.
You can also host your own adults-only party or invite couples and single friends who aren't in that stage of their life that they're actually growing a family yet, which makes the dynamics a little different and sometimes easier to navigate. We recognize that the holidays are a time to reconnect with your loved ones, but sometimes that feels really impossible when you're struggling with infertility.
That brings us to tip number 3, deciding what you want to share ahead of time. There's nothing like being caught off guard by someone asking you some off-key question. Thinking about what may come up in advance and planning your responses about like what exactly it is that you're comfortable to share may help you gain control back in this situation.
Remember, you don't have to share anything you're not comfortable with. Being vague is okay, or sarcastically brushing off a comment might feel like the best option at the time.
Also, sometimes opening up and sharing a little more that you didn't think you wanted to share may help you feel a little bit of resolution and also helps others have more insight into what it is you're going through. Although we're pretty open about our experiences, we haven't always been that way, and it takes some time to get there. And although usually unintentional, sometimes hurtful comments can be made. We found preparing for them was the best way to lessen the blow on us and keep the conversation moving forward.
Another thing to help us through situations like that was tip number 4, leaning on your support system.
If you have a partner, you can work out a game plan with them. For example, if someone brings up an uncomfortable topic, your partner can quickly change the subject and bring the attention elsewhere. Or your partner can interrupt and ask to speak to you in another room, which kind of makes a break in the moment and gives time to come back, and usually no one remembers what they were talking about anyway.
We've even come up with a safe word that if we use in public, lets the other one know, hey, I'm not doing so great and we need to find a way out of here soon. And sometimes just the task of trying to fit that word into the conversation helps break up the moment a little bit for me and gives me some time to reframe.
If you don't have a partner, leaning on a friend or family member can be just as effective. It's great to open up to them privately, so that way you have an ally at the time of the event. Remember, having a support system during the holidays isn't just for parties and social events. There are also some traditions and things that go on that can strike a chord within you. For example, if for you opening Christmas cards is a visual reminder and brings you pain, then you should develop a strategy or a way to get through that, but that doesn't bring you pain. So maybe have a friend come over and open your cards with you, or don't open them at all. Whatever works for you. Okay. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Don't open your cards if it makes you sad. It's not going to hurt them. Nobody knows you didn't open it. I don't like mail.
I do.
No, I like mail when it's cards. I just hate bills and like stupid Easy Pass notices. I like cards too. Like, friends, please keep sending them to me. We do display them.
I do. The holiday season, in all of its materialistic glory, is also a time to remember to help those in need. And that's why tip number 5 is try to give back.
In many ways, infertility forces us to look inward, which is a good thing. But equally important, we should be looking on the out and seeing how we can help others in need.
Whether it's donating clothes, volunteering time, helping a neighbor decorate, small acts of kindness have a ripple effect that is quite astounding.
They bring joy to your heart. Being a part of something that's bigger than yourself is a great way to counteract feelings of low self-esteem. To this day, we have still yet to find a way to get through the holidays without moments of grief and sadness, but we have found some ways to bring meaning and joy into our lives during the holiday season. We hope this video can do the same for you.
So to recap, the 5 tips to get through the holidays while struggling with infertility are taking care of yourself, planning social engagements ahead of time, deciding what you're willing to share, leaning on your support system, and trying to give back.
If there's anything that you do to get through the holidays, please share them with us in the comments below.
And if you found any value in this content, please consider subscribing. We're so grateful for each and every one of your support, and we're wishing you
health, wealth, and babies abundance. Stay tuned for our next video, where Jocelyn is going to share more about modern day conception.
See you soon.